Ah, Hello guys. Diploma. Oke, fine. Sabay bagi flight number.
Close.
When exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to the 45. I want to stop him with one round.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Oh, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
KGPL to all units. Reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Someone in his eye, bro. Ada 𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒉𝒊.
LAPD!
Puri, நம்ம உயிரை ஏன் பெட்ரோல் தட்டை போட்டு அவனை குத்திட்டு போக மாட்டான்.
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Shoot the creep!
குறுக்க இந்த கவுச்சிக்கு தான் நின்னா நடுவில் போது அவனை அடிச்சு விட்டேன்.
You get him. Give him one for me.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
ஜெய் ஓட்டான். கொண்டானா அரஸ்ட் தானே பண்ணானே. ஐயோ என்ன செஞ்சு இல்லையா, கரெக்டாக ஷோல்டர் மாதிரி தான் அடித்தேன். சேர்த்துட்டான் சரி.
Thank you for listening to KTI Radio, serving California and the West Coast with music from the variety.
ரொம்ப ஜாதி இன்னைக்கு.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money. You guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark, usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner. Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed 𝒔𝒑𝒉𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂
ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own bandit.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, no. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Nice
Nice day for it.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. The Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
October 31, 1941. அதாவது நாம் பிறக்கிறதுக்கு 59 வருஷம் முன்னாடி. சரி 60 ஆமா 59 வருஷம் 59 ஆமா.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her. This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
2 large suitcase, small suitcase, bedroll, pillow, bracelet, photo frames, airbrush, bowling pin. Sorry, na pin bowling pin na baking statue, makeup, clothes.
What are you thinking,
Perimeter
Red?
is up. This
The
whole
city
place is
keeps
contained.
tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Nice day for it.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against it.
beating like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Rusty ready. I don't know. Phillips, batch number.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
What are we waiting for? Nice day for it.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going? You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving? What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm 𝑽𝒊𝒄𝒄𝒓𝒊𝒃𝒄. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, And then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Next stop
Any
has
ideas?
got to be the bowling alley.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Aku pernah kaya.
This bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Goddamn Bruins are having a
The
season.
captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son
We
of
got
a
our
bitch.
orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
You're behind the wheel.
Where are we headed? Where are we headed?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Let me pose a question. Depends. What you got to do with it? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Upside.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am.
Get him.
Makes a run. Tell the cook these were some good grits.
Olive oil.
Down the left side of the alley.
Where's baby oil come from? She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
That cherry pie was delicious.
Fruit beers all around. Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked? Hey!
You look
there's
like
such
you
a
were a
thing
big
as soap, you know?
Now I have a much lower.
I swear,
What
this
now?
town is going straight to
Let's
hell.
go muscle McCaffrey. You got the address?
Where's that goddamn waitress?
That's the cop from the news.
He's the cop who arrested that movie producer. About time he was.
That's Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a girl half-free.
𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
You know the way. You can drive. Can you drive to this one?
Louis Armstrong.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
I don't think this is going to help us.
from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene. He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Doesn't tell me anything. Not much help.
I've told you where he might be. That's the best I can do.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Be careful. He looks dangerous.
Lock him up. Throw away the keys.
There he is, officer.
Give it up, LAPD. McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Boy, that steak has seen better days.
You call these grits?
You're the reason brothers and sisters shouldn't marry.
Tell a man that there are
Two
4
club
Honduran
sandwiches.
stars.
Thank you, waitress.
Tell him a bench has wet paint on it.
There's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron for you.
I can't decide between the tuna fish and the chicken.
The heck? Olive oil comes from
Oh,
olive.
this day was a total waste of makeup.
Where does baby oil come from?
I was married by a judge.
He just
Should've asked for a
refuses to
jury.
accompany me to church.
Food wasn't great. Jury was.
What's the special of the day?
You call these grits?
What broad has socks in it for you? I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case of that poor lady killed near City Hall.
Sorry, pal. My shift's finished.
This guy look honest to you?
That cherry pie was delicious.
Play a couple of games, Rusty. Or we could use a little cheering up.
What do you? The kid is in back somewhere. Let's pick him up.
Generally speaking, you aren't learning much when you're in prison. I
The early bird gets the win.
You call these grits?
It's a cheese.
Help me out. So what next?
I say we head back to Raleigh. Details on this girl are pretty thin on the ground.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case of that poor lady killed near City Hall.
Food wasn't great. But you and I.
He just refuses to accompany me to church.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Put on shift.
I was married by a judge. Should have asked for a jury.
That steak has seen better days.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Well, the kid is in back somewhere. Let's pick him up.
How's it that?
Ah, I can see you're a man of discernment. Chew with relish, please.
Will you look at this clown?
Whoops. The heck? Oh, that's the latest thing.
Advice?
Who solved the big case and got promoted?
I'm at a loss.
We head back to Raleigh. Details on this girl are pretty thin on the ground.
இங்கே விளையாண்டு பண்ணான் எங்கே தான் தெரியும். Lanes towards the back.
That arrested that movie producer.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
There's such a thing as soap, you know.
See him?
I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with the lady that got cut out for like $2.
சரி நான் பைத்தி மேடம் ஸ்டேஷன் போய் அந்த ரூட் சேர்த்து பிடிக்கும் டைம் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுது
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Isn't he the cop who won a medal in solving all the cases?
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Think the Vice boys get any on the side?
Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that desk.
It doesn't matter without dirty anybody on the
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes you a car.
Think talk is cheap. Hiring a liar and a lawyer.
Think those Vice boys get any on the side?
I want to make a homicide. You know you've made it if you can get that desk.
Advice?
I say we head back to Rawlings. Details on this girl are pretty thin on the ground.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
I don't need this?
He's only a writer, so he can't really help me.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
Are you going to sign him? Oh, you're the first in your family born without a tail.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
This guy's got a screw loose.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
That bum took a swipe at me, I'd put him down with my...
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? Where are we headed?
No bad. ஒண்ணுமே புரியல என்ன பண்றது? இங்கே இருந்திருக்கணும் அந்த காம். இல்லடா இங்கேயாச்சும் இருந்திருக்கணும். இங்கேயும் இல்லை.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying garage yard.
I need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Anybody making coffee soon? You trying to sit me down?
அடுத்ததுடா என்ன சரி அப்புறம் கண்டினியூ பண்ணிக்கலாமா?
You think the black boys get any on the side?
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Noire.
Yes, at midnight, correct?
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
I want to put him down to 1 round.
சரி இதை நாளைக்கு முடிச்சுக்கலாம். எனக்கு இப்போ இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் சுத்தமாக